Hey everyone, today I'm gonna be making a quick video on League of Legends Doombots, which is it's a specific mode that's been out for almost 10 days now, and it should continue to be out for another 3 or 4. So before the time runs out, I thought I'd make a couple of videos. So this is the first one over here. Mind you, it is not a full gameplay video. Just taking bits and pieces of it, and is fast forwarded at that because I had low FPS more or less the entire game and had a few lag spikes here and there, and I guess that'd be kind of frustrating to watch for a viewer. So I'm playing Shen solo top. We have a bitchy mid lane, so Sivir and Akali both decided to go mid. And Xin Zhao was supposed to jungle, but our misfortune is AFK, so Xin Zhao does end up going bots. So, for those of you who don't know what Doombots is, it is a player versus AI game mode, so it is 5 players versus 5 bots, but they aren't regular bots since they have mutated abilities, meaning a lot of their abilities are modified with increased AoE, or a lot of their abilities are actually a mixture of 2 or 3 of their abilities. And an example of that is, you'll probably see a few examples here and there while watching. As you can see right now, I'm getting poked to hell by, god damn it, why can't I remember his name? By Ziggs and Blitzcrank. And that's mostly because Ziggs throws so many bombs compared to what he's supposed to be throwing, and Blitzcrank has all these Janna tornadoes going on around him, and it's really hard to avoid the poke. Right, yeah, so that's another thing. The Doombots don't just have modified versions of their own abilities, they also have other champions' abilities, and it's kind of impossible to figure out what abilities they might have because every match is completely different. As you can see in this specific scenario, Blitzcrank can make Janna tornadoes. And if I had to say the most common abilities that you're going to be seeing other champions use, Swain's ultimate is a really popular one. And Xin Zhao did just come in for the gank here. I missed my taunt, which was really bad, but we did end up getting the kill on Fizz, and we do get the kill on Blitzcrank as well, so no harm done. I didn't have to use, neither of us used any summoners for that, but I don't think we got any summoners from Fizz or Blitzcrank either. The Xin Zhao's been doing a really good job. He did help Akali get a kill at mid as well, and then he came up to help me get 2 kills. Right, so the most common abilities you're going to see is Swain's ultimate. Champions use that very often. And Anivia's passive, which is the egg. You will see that in this matchup as well. So right now, I was going to recall, but I ended up ulting Akali just to give her that shield. And I was on reasonably high health, so I helped her push the lane a bit, while Xin Zhao goes and covers top. Having gank-oriented junglers is a really good idea in this game mode because the AI doesn't ward, and they obviously can't predict ganks the way real players can. So lots of ganks, that's gonna do you good, there's no doubt about it. However, farming based junglers, I'm not too sure how useful they'd be, considering your top laner is gonna be in a lot of shit against 2 Doombots. There's no real way you can win the lane solo. You just have to rely on your jungler coming from behind and getting you kills. Here Akali came in from the bush, landed a taunt, and that was... Akali did use both her summoners for that. She ignited and then had to flash, but pushed her out of lane, and that's gonna give it... I'm pretty low now, so I will end up recalling, but that's gonna give Akali the chance to push lane a bit. And as you can see, she's picking another fight, and you might be wondering why I'm teleporting, and that's why. The Anivia egg. and it has a crazy amount of HP, and there was no chance Akali would have destroyed that egg on her own, so the teleport did help her get a kill and possibly even saved her life. So coming top now, the idea was to get a kill on Blitzcrank, but he does seem to be staying relatively close to the tower. So instead, we're just gonna start beating on that tower. Both of us have relatively high attack speed, and yeah, we can shred towers okay-ish. I mean, not the fastest at it, but we do a decent job. Just ignoring Blitzcrank at this point because he could deal damage to us because we're not really sure what he's capable of. If he busted some really weird spells, he would have been able to kill us. So there I did land a taunt, but he ended up using a shield and speed blitzed out of there. There's nothing we could really do. I didn't have my taunt up in time, and by the time I did get my taunt, he was out of range. I could have flash taunted him, but definitely not worth the flash. So now we're in the mid lane. 13 minutes in, and I just ulted Akali there because she was extremely low, and that Amumu hurts like hell. She would not have survived if not for my ultimate. And once again, I'm running away from the Annie. Akali comes top. That's an easy kill, that's fine. But Akali does get greedy and decides to go on Amumu again, and she can't fight him. And frankly, neither can I, so she gets killed, and then I flash out of there a bit too late, and I don't manage to dodge his pull, but he did waste his flash for that, so I guess it's worth it. So they're pushing quite hard. We have Misfortune, who she was AFK for the large majority of the match, but she's just been split pushing since she came back. I guess she can't really fight against the Doom bots, so split pushing makes sense. Especially in this game mode, split pushing is quite useful as long as your team can defend fine. So now we just got chased by Zyra. Misfortune ran away just fine, and Xin Zhao is going in on Zyra. She has way too much burst, so I did ult him to close the gap a bit faster and to give him that shield. But yeah, it wasn't enough, he did get killed. Misfortune whipping her ultimate there, spinning another tower, and once again I am trying to stop top lane from getting destroyed, and doing a decent job at it, I guess. One thing about the Doom bots is they can't push towers too fast. Most of them are AP, and that's why you will notice most of my items are magic resist. That's definitely something you want to keep in mind when it is Doom bots. But because they're AP, it does mean they don't have much or any crit, and they don't have much or any AD. So destroying towers, they do depend on minions to destroy towers most of the time, and they're really good at pushing the lane. But they seem to not be too organized. They don't do hard pushes as a team. They're always kind of derping around with 2 or 3 pushing here or there, which is why split pushing is a rather good idea against them. And we had a good team for that if Misfortune hadn't been AFK for so long. Xin Zhao is doing a great job as a jungler, ganking everywhere. I have a lot of map presence with my teleport and ultimate, doing exactly what Shen should be doing. I'd say the only real issue was the lack of a second tank and a useless Misfortune. I do ult Xin Zhao here, but my taunt was not up in time, it was in cooldown, so I could not save him. And then I used my taunt and flash to get out of Blitzcrank's pull range and just make it out of my life. At this point we've been losing all the team fights. We get a few lucky kills here and there, but Misfortune is still incredibly, just pathetically useless. She's literally been getting one-shot by people like Amumu, who's been building full tank. And I started experiencing lag, like heavy lag, and I do get caught out of position here, and killed rather quickly despite all my magic resist, and my team simply can't do anything about it. We do end up losing this match, but I guess I just wanted to show you guys I like the Xin Zhao in this team, and I really had a fun time playing this match, so see you guys around.